Alright folks, Madamus here, and today we're shipping RHICO out. Remember how I said little RHICO here was going off to a new home, and he was supposed to have gone a little while ago. We just got the word last night that he is going this morning. So with these kind of things, at least in our experience with the heritage breeds, and just kind of the day-by-day going-ons in the province, it's hard to plan ahead. So we had planned for him to go earlier, and there were things that complicated that, and our shipper wasn't available, they had complications, shutdowns, lockdowns, etc. Anyways, we got the word. He's going. So we gotta load him up. We gotta take him up. And how do you move a cow in northern Ontario when there's 3 feet of snow? Well, you move them the same way you do anything in northern Ontario when there's 3 feet of snow. Let's do it, RHICO. Reverse is not a luxury that I have. We're passionate about here at Foxfire Heritage Farm is our preservation and conservation of endangered heritage breeds. One of those breeds is the Lynch Lineback cattle. This is an Ontario heritage breed that was kept alive by a man named Robert Lynch, and he preserved this breed. It was the breed that his family had raised for 100 years. And he decided to preserve the breed. And so he raised the cows from RHICO. He raised the cows from the 1960s until the early 2000s, when a small group of farmers took up his legacy. Robert Lynch is still alive, and he is such an invaluable resource. Such a kind man with stories that you wouldn't even believe. We got involved with the Lynch Lineback about 4 years ago after meeting Rob Torr and getting involved in the syndicate at the time, which is now the Lynch Lineback Canada Association, which we are members of. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about, oh, RHICO, buddy. A little bit about RHICO. RHICO is a bull calf. Almost a year old. All good, dude. And he was born on our farm almost a year ago, actually. January, February, I'll have to check. We had two bull calves born last fall. I can't remember who was born in January or who was February. RHICO we left intact, so he is a bull calf. The other bull calf we steered. So RHICO is going to a new farm today. Hickory Croft Farm And they just started on their journey to conserve and preserve this amazing breed. They have actually a YouTube channel, and you can check them out. I'll link their channel in the description down below. So RHICO is going off to be a full-fledged bull, to live the life of a bull, which is probably one of the best lives that a cow could have. Fortunately, with heritage breeds, the animals tend to live a long time. Robert had a cow that he continued to breed and milk, I think 22, 23 years old. And that's amazing. That is what raising heritage breeds are about. One of the many things, because being able to have animals that live full lives that animals should live while working in cooperation with you on your homestead, on your farm, is some of the most rewarding things that you can experience as a homesteader, as a farmer, as somebody who raises animals. I think I can speak for all farmers and homesteaders, and when they say that when it comes time to dispatch, cull, or butcher an animal, it's probably the least enjoyable thing that a farmer can do. So RHICO is the son of Rhonda. Rhonda is a throwback that we have, which means she has markings of a Holstein, but she is a purebred Lynch Lineback cow. Her parents were all Lynch Linebacks, and all of her children are Lynch Linebacks. It's a genetic throwback to a time hundreds of years ago when all the cattle intermixed, when they came over and they started doing farming in the New World. We are very fortunate to have Rhonda. She is a unique cow, such a lovely, lovely girl. And we hand milked her for the first time, and we worked with her, and she is just a treat. And the only reason her genetics exist today is by pure chance. Long story short, she was sold to another farm. Her mother was. And when her mother calved, out came this Holstein cow. Well, that was a shock to the farmer because they were expecting a purebred Lynch Lineback. And I understand how that feels, because we had a similar situation with our pigs when we first got into doing the purebred large black hog. Now, fortunately for Rhonda, the farmer that sold Rhonda's mother is a very reputable farmer who is dedicated, one of the first farmers who had dedicated themselves to the Lynch Lineback. So there was a little bit of, I think, tension between the two farmers. This was before we were involved with the breed. But overall, the cow lived and was able to survive and did not end up as Hamburger. Long story short, she ended up on our farm. We kind of have a ragtag mix of genetics here because we're essentially the wayward home for Lynch Linebacks. And Rob Torr, who is heavily involved with the breed, kind of works with our farm and is doing unique pairings for genetics, and we're excited about that because that's part of why we're involved with the breed. So RHICO is a result of Rhonda and Rumble, the bull. I believe it was Rumble. I'll have to refer to Rob on that one. He keeps better track of the bulls and the cows than I do. I have it logged inside, but it's not so good in the memory. Either way, RHICO here is a marvelous specimen. He's a nice looking little bull calf, and he is going off to a new farm, and he is going to make amazing Lynch Lineback babies, hopefully many, many heifers, and continue to preserve the breed. So this is an important part, this breed sharing, this animal sharing. So yeah, we do this to help preserve the breed and conserve it. And without these efforts, because we are not a large organization, we do not have access to the AI that like Jerseys and Holsteins and Black Angus and all these large breeds have access to. There are all kinds of rules and regulations which make it difficult for small farmers to share the genetics, for me to share the genetics of my bull with other farms without actually physically moving the animal. We're making progress in that regard, and there's some really exciting news that we'll have to share with you guys in the near future. The organization, the Lynch Lineback organization that we're part of, we've been working with the University of Saskatchewan. We have been doing some really neat work in terms of cataloging the genetics and recording the information from all these farms, which has played well for us. Because of the efforts that we are making, we are being recognized. And hopefully in the near future, we're going to have some really exciting news about being able to use AI and preserve the breed even further. And this will help in terms of closed herd farms, farms that might have interest in raising the Lynch Lineback, but they are a closed herd, meaning they do not bring live animals in. This is often the case with dairies, just for parasite and disease control, biosecurity reasons. They only breed with what they have, and they use AI, and they do not bring in new genetics, because once a new animal is brought into the farm, there is a risk to the entire herd. And when you run a 100 cow operation, that risk is not worth the efforts of the preservation and conservation of an endangered heritage breed. And I fully understand that. So with these leaps forward that hopefully we'll be making in the next few years, we are going to open up the Lynch Lineback breed to the availability of more breeders and more farmers in the province, in the country, and hopefully in the North America and the continent. Would be absolutely amazing, because the more farmers who preserve and who raise these animals, the better chance that they will survive into the future.